It's the leading cause of cancer deaths in the United States, and the numbers are staggering. Lung cancer takes more lives each year than breast, colon, and prostate cancers combined. However, with the right diagnosis and treatment, it doesn't have to be a hopeless disease. Here with more is Dr. Praveen Chenna, who specializes in pulmonary diseases, including lung cancer, along with Don Stranathan, an avid hiker, cyclist, and stage 4 cancer survivor. Good morning to the both of you.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Doctor, thank you so much for coming on. Let's start with you. What are the signs and symptoms of lung cancer?
Sure. The signs and symptoms can vary. They include anything from persistent cough to shortness of breath, chest pain, even coughing up blood. They can even include just weight loss. But really what's alarming is patients often don't present with symptoms until they're advanced stage. So this is one of the reasons I'm here today talking to bring awareness to lung cancer and Lung Cancer Awareness Month along with Genentech.
And Don, how did you find out you had stage 4 lung cancer?
I was doing volunteer work at a local institution in California, and they required chest x-ray for tuberculosis, and my pulmonologist found a spot in my left lung. They continued to watch it, and it turned in that I had another tumor in my right lung. So the pulmonologist referred me for radiation to shrink that tumor so that I could have chemotherapy and Avastin, and then it was followed by an oral medication, Tarceva, which I'm still on today.
And Don brings up a point.
Yes.
Don brings up a good point about the medication. Obviously, he talked to his oncologist. He talked about the benefits, but it's also important to talk about the risk of those medications, and so be aware of that as you discuss those options.
And do you get lung cancer through smoking or environmental factors that we don't know?
So the answer to that is yes and yes. So we know that smoking can predispose you to lung cancer and put you at a higher risk. But we also know that there are environmental factors and even non-environmental factors. So patients who don't smoke also get lung cancer. So we're still learning a lot about the causes. We know some, but we're learning more and more.
And why do you think so many people who are diagnosed with lung cancer never receive care? Is it because they don't feel anything until the point that they're diagnosed with stage 4?
I think that's one big reason why is exactly that. They're typically diagnosed later in the stage. They feel either helpless or they feel like there's no hope. And so that's, I think, the big part. The other thing is, the treatment options have come a long way. And so we're still learning about new treatment options, better treatment options. Don, what do you think?
Well, cancer is devastating to hear you have cancer, and then to hear you have lung cancer, that carries the stigma of shame and blame. And unfortunately, a lot of people still think that, smoking is the only way you get lung cancer, and anybody with lungs can get lung cancer. And, that's one of the reasons I'm here, is to let people know there is hope.
Yeah. And doctor, what should a person who is newly diagnosed with lung cancer ask their pulmonologist or their doctor?
Great. So when they're first newly diagnosed, they should ask them to refer them to an oncologist. And this is somebody that specializes in treating cancer. The discussion should be about the options available, the benefits and the risk of those options. And what we're also learning and know is this is becoming a more team approach. You're going to have your oncologist, your pulmonologist, maybe your interventional pulmonologist, maybe a surgeon, maybe a radiation oncologist, all involved in the care, not only from the beginning, but as you're getting treated and as things may arise. So you have a team there, and that is important, and I think that's what you want to also establish.
And Don, how are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm stable. It's been a little over 5 years, so I'm in that 17% or under. There's less than 17% that make it more than 5 years, so I feel very grateful. And I'm still active. I still mountain bike every day.
Yeah, well, Don, thank you for getting the word out. And doctor, thank you so much as well.
Great. Thank you for having us.
Reports say nearly 70% of people with advanced cancer do not receive cancer care. Do not take the diagnosis laying down. Know your options and fight just like Don did. If you would like to see this interview again, head over to our website, vegasmorningblend.com. Sean, over to you.